So maybe that works out. I think that definitely when you look at who they drafted Bayless Jones, the wide receiver we're talking about, who's 25 years old. And then they got a running back late who is good at receiving the ball. They're going to run a lot of screens. They're going to run the ball a lot. And then occasionally they're going to throw the Fields are going to throw the ball deep. I think that's going to be what their offense is this year.
That's what I'm not saying it for. Yeah.
I think it can work. Like I said, I'm not completely pessimistic, but like clearly they're just trying to get the cap clean. And I understand they can't use the word rebuild because McCaskies have a no against it. But I think on some level they are honest that this is just trying to get everything right for 2023.
Patchwork quilt. Okay, anything else on that, or you want to talk about a little Kentucky Derby? It's Derby week.
Derby, baby.
Yeah.
Lugs, who do you like in the 148th running of the Kentucky Derby?
My top 3 horses.
Write them down, folks. Here they come.
I would say Messier, Epicenter, and Zandon. Those are my top 3. But there's some outside angles, some horses that could pull in. So
yeah,
those are my sort of moments.
I'm going with Mo Donegal, a 10-1.
Okay,
I like him because it's a Pletcher horse, Todd Pletcher, looking good. Donegal, the old country, little Irish situation there, and then I like Charge It. That's a long shot, 20-1, and I'm going to pick Pioneer of Medina, 30-1 to come in on the rail. So that's my try. Box them up, put them in a packet, throw them up on the wall, see what sticks.
Okay,
I like a trifecta. Okay, cool.
Box it, mix it.
Go exotic, baby.
Yeah,
put it in a bento box.
Yeah, bento.
Put it in
add a little.
8 minutes for $3.50.
You have a side of egg drop soup with it.
You might come out okay, and then run down to Indies and get you some chicken wings.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like
dog. You got
Saturday.
Anybody you like?
I like. Again, this is from a tip from inside the building. Dan Brindle said Mr. Ed, so I got Mr. Ed. And I like Black Stallion. It's one of my favorites.
That's a classic. Wasn't that a Disney film?
Classic.
Kurt Russell was in it as a kid, wasn't he?
And the horse from Neverending Story, I forget. Like everyone thinks it died in the quicksand. It did not. So those are my 3. I don't know what particular order, but those are the ones to look for.
Take that to the betting windows. Don't get shut out. That's right. All right, is that about it tonight on this episode of Sports and Other Stuff? Anything else?
I was just gonna say my favorite memory from the Derby. Obviously, we've all been to the Derby. It was working it as a runner for NBC, and having to take a cooler of full of just the Diet Cokes up to where the announcers were, which was in Millionaires Row. Which obviously you guys have probably been to Millionaires Row. So like carried it up, and before I went up, they're like, "Hey, if anyone's in your way, don't ask them to move or anything. Just wait till they get out of the way." So I had to carry it up from the paddocks by myself.
Wow.
Wall full and like carrying it, and you can't put it down. So you're going up multiple staircases. And then it's very thin for anyone who hasn't been in Millionaires. It's exceptionally thin. Some people can't even really fit through it. You would have to butter the sides so they could slide through.
That's about right.
So when you get up there and you're holding it, and then there's these people who obviously have a lot of money and don't really look at the people that are just trying to do a day-to-day jobs. You're holding it there and you're just standing there like a bizarre mannequin. And that's the thing that I always think of when I think of Derby.
Good. Lugs, you got to have one.
One of my favorites was just the strange moment when they asked Dixie Carter to sing My Old Kentucky Home.
Yep.
And she got through. The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. And then she didn't know anything. So it was like, oh, everybody. And then there's, of course, Marianne Mobley. And what's his name? Gary something or other?
Yeah, the old guy with the veneer teeth. Gary Cooper. No, Gary Fields. No, Gary.
Anyway.
Yeah.
About 2 races into it, they'd both be, say, in their cups, and it was just wild. So those are the odd moments. And I do remember when Hammer, MC Hammer, had a horse. He had on the loudest sort of pink suit, but you could pick him out anywhere. We were up top, and you could pick him out anywhere you needed a good shot, a colorful shot. That suit was always stuck out. He had an entourage of 35 people.
And that's why they called it Hammer Time.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Hey, that'll bring to a close this edition of Sports and Other Stuff with our Derby picks and our Derby stories. Brought to you in part by First National Bank. Come as you are. Bank from your car at First National Bank. Just stop in and ask for our guy. He's there tonight.
Fish, and he's going to let you know this year he's coming down to the Southland to enjoy the Oaks at Churchill Downs. He says while Kathleen O may be the current favorite, he likes Goddess of Fire and Turn Her Loose because that's what he's going to do. Turn her loose, that is. Plans on a couple of shots of Woodford Reserve, a hand-rolled cigar, and the pinkest suit with matching fedora that he can find. You may find him in the second turn or face down on the backside. We don't know. He's just hoping that whatever happens at Churchill stays at Churchill, all right?
All right, Fish, have a good time. Everybody do it too. Happy Derby. We'll be back again next week. So long for now.